in 2025. Former Raider, our analyst, Louis Riddick, now with his thoughts on the deal.
For the Baltimore Ravens and general manager Eric DeCosta, this is just the kind of acquisition that they needed to kind of reset this Baltimore franchise, now being run by Jesse Minter, the head coach, and Anthony Weaver, particularly the defensive coordinator. They needed someone like Maxx Crosby. They didn't have an impact player on the defensive side of the football at the edge rush position that you can really win with, the kind of guy who can really affect the second and third levels of the defense in terms of making the ball come out faster, helping out the secondary. They don't have to cover as long. And then additionally, a guy who can really set the tone in the locker room and really be the kind of guy who is the pulse of the organization. That's what Maxx Crosby has been his entire career. That's what he's going to be counted on to do now that they paid the price of 2 ones in Baltimore. For the Las Vegas Raiders, what it is now for this football team and general manager John Spytek is really taking these draft picks that they've gotten, the number 1 overall pick this year, the number 14 pick this year, we don't know what that number 1 will be in 2027, and turn it into franchise-altering selections. They cannot miss with these picks. These picks are too valuable now. And who knows what they'll do with them. They may trade these picks in order to get more picks, but they needed the ammunition to be able to build this football team. Now they're on the clock, and we'll see what they can do.
Yeah, man. This is a great move for the Ravens because what Louis Riddick just said, what I really wholeheartedly believe that's probably under-discussed, is just the impact that Maxx Crosby is going to have in the locker room. Right. In the locker room. Setting the tone for the culture here goes such a long way. This also signals that the Ravens are going for it right now. This year and next year will, without a shadow of a doubt, be the best chance that they have to win the Super Bowl. Without a shadow of a doubt, because they gave up legit draft capital that they need. They're paying a lot of people a lot of money, and they're going to be paying Lamar Jackson a ton of money. And so, you know, having those draft picks is valuable. The 14th overall pick is a valuable draft pick. Make no mistake about it. Next season, that draft pick first round very well could be the 32nd pick in the NFL draft, but it's up to the Ravens to make sure that that is the case. It's up to the Ravens to make sure that it is the worst pick in the first round for the Las Vegas Raiders. So yeah, I mean, Jesse Minter with a Maxx Crosby, with what they're going to try to do with this defense, is really exciting. Really exciting. For the last couple of years, it's just felt that they had no true home run hitters on defense. Especially, they got some dudes. They obviously had a ton of success on defense, but I mean, like Colin always tries to emphasize, like a closer, and the Ravens had a lot, you know, over these last few years. They've had a lot of fireworks, both offensively and defensively. But what do we always watch how these games unfold? They can't ever quite close it out, right? They can't ever quite, you know, put it in a bow and just be like, all right, we're done. Even when they're blowing out a team, I remember they were blowing out, I think this was in 2024. Memory serves me correctly, they were blowing out the Dallas Cowboys. And the Dallas Cowboys were essentially a lucky play away from coming away with the win after destroying them. And it was just like, they just could never quite just wrap it up and just be like, all right, it's over, it's done. And then, of course, they found themselves many times having to make a comeback. And to me, I've talked about this so much over these last few weeks that, you know, in the off season, when you're a great team, a good team, an elite team, whatever it may be, you're always trying to widen your margin of error. You're trying to widen your margin of error as a team so that in order to win, you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be flawless. A move like this instantly does that. Your margin of error becomes wider and wider and wider. If you have a Maxx Crosby, do you think you're better against the Detroit Lions, a game that you lost? Do you think you're better against the Buffalo Bills in a game that you lost? Do you think you're better against the Pittsburgh Steelers in a game that you lost? Right? Like, just go through the losses, and especially every close loss, you're like, would we have been better with Maxx Crosby? If the answer is yes, then the answer is yes. And so that's, to me, what gets really exciting, because when I can look at a couple other teams who, again, in theory, you absolutely are going to be better if you have a Maxx Crosby, but it doesn't automatic. Like, if I look at the Philadelphia Eagles, for instance, right? You had a Maxx Crosby. It's like, do beat the 49ers. It's like, I don't know about that. Like, I'm not so sure about that. The Buffalo Bills, if they had Maxx Crosby, do they beat the Denver Broncos? It's like, yeah, those were close games, but like, I don't know about that. I'm not so confident in that statement, right? Like, and so you can go down the list of some of these teams, and to me, for the Ravens, it's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure some of these games, maybe not every single one of those games, but I'm pretty sure it makes a massive impact and will truly be the difference between winning and losing a lot of these tough, gritty games. And what it also does is, because we know the Ravens and you know who they've been for these years, you are going up against the Joe Burrows, obviously, division. You are going up against Josh Allen. You are going up against Patrick Mahomes. Like, you are going up against potentially these prolific quarterbacks, offenses, offensive coaches, whatever it may be. And now you have just a body that can do absolute damage. Absolute damage. I do believe that if you are going to hire Jesse Emder and your path to winning a Super Bowl is by beating the Patrick Mahomes, the Josh Allens of the world, creating a defense that just makes their life absolutely positively miserable. Miserable that at this point has been the proven way to beat these teams. It's not winning in a shootout. It's not trying to have a better offense in them or this that have a better quarterback. It's just like, get that defense and make life miserable. We've seen it again and again and again. It's how the Texans beat the Bills. It's how it's how the Texans also beat the Chiefs. Honestly, it's how the Texans defense is beating a lot of these great quarterbacks, but we've seen it again and again and again. The Eagles beating the Chiefs, etc. And it's just like, go all in on the defense at this point. Go all in on the defense when you have a superstar quarterback. Like, obviously, I don't know if you know this, but the Baltimore Ravens have a superstar quarterback. You just need consistency, competency, and don't turn the ball over. Don't turn the ball over, and you're good to go. You are good to go. But yeah, but are absolutely going all in right now. All in right now, especially this year, but even to a degree next year. It's all in. All in. Like, to me, this is it. Like, this is it. You are putting all your eggs in this basket. You are putting all your chips in the middle of the table right now. You are absolutely positively saying, yep, this is what we're doing. And you're taking a huge swing. You're taking a huge swing and doing everything you can right now to absolutely build a dominant, elite top two. I don't even want to say top three, because to me it's almost kind of like go for broke. It's just like, we have to look at this defense and just be like, we have to, like, what the conversations that we were having about the Houston Texans last season, and their offense wasn't great, but look at the success that they were able to have, and that's with CJ Stroud. Again, this is Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, Z Flowers, etc. Like, that's what they're looking to get after. That's the culture that Jesse Emder is going to bring. And then now, all already having that soldier in Maxx Crosby, you're setting a tone, and you're setting it loud. So, yeah, man, NFL is getting a little crazy already. Like, we got some exciting movement going on right now, man. We got some exciting movement. This has been a pretty cool off-season ASIN so far. Honestly, this was the domino that everybody was waiting to fall, obviously. So, to finally see it go, and, a lot of people were talking about the Cowboys, the Bears. I mean, they just started to talk about the Ravens with Maxx Crosby seemingly on Friday. I feel like they weren't at the top. Like, Colin wasn't talking about the Ravens, and Max, like, it was pretty much, from my viewpoint, dominated more around the Cowboys and the Bears. And then first things first, on Friday, had a conversation about the Cowboys or the Ravens. And it just kind of came up to the top randomly. And then seemingly a few hours later, it's like, Ravens got it. Ravens got it. And it's like, they're taking that swing, man. They're taking that swing. So I got an ear-to-ear smile on my face. Honestly, I can't wait to see how it all pans out. I can't wait to see what everyone has to say about it on Monday. But until then, I want to hear your thoughts. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to. something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.